The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
And we got a little episode for you this week. Don't believe us? Well, we're going to give you reason to believe, man. You're gonna walk out of this podcast a damn believer. We got a podcast. It's about reviews on the internet from places like Amazon, Google, Yelp. We read them. They're funny. Then we're funny. And that's a show, baby.
That's the show, baby.
That's a goddamn weekly event.
It's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Things will always be the same. Don't you worry. Nothing will change. Nothing but safety in your life. What do you want to do here? You want to read a review? You want me to read a review?
I found one recently, and I was like, I don't know how much we'll have to say about this, but it feels like something that's either going to start an episode or end an episode. So I might as well. Might as well lead off with this sucker. It's one that it was like 4:30 at the end of a workday, and I was on Google Maps. Just, I work with maps, so if somebody comes over and sees me on Google Maps, they're not going to question. But I almost burst out laughing with this Google review of the AMC Village Crossing 18, the movie theater in Skokie, Illinois. It's a review from Ernie Weintraub. Ernie writes, I write this with the hopes someone sees this and takes action. The theater was filthy. I booked a ticket to this theater farther from my local theater to sit in a reclining chair, which did not work. Theater was full, so could not relocate. Finally, there was someone in the bathroom stall who was making concerning noises from the start of the show to the end. It was disturbing to bring my child into the bathroom. As the movie ended, we were walking out, and in the theater itself, there was feces on the ground. The staff redirected you around it. I stepped in it before it was brought to my attention. My experience was so bad I will never return. I can't believe this theater has declined so much so quickly. I was furious, to say the least. 1 star.
How do you not see the little VIP rope off of the hallway turd?
Oh, I'm sorry to start us off in so low a place, but
it's
but man upset because he stepped in the dookie.
The staff was trying to redirect. Why you can't include that detail if you also stepped in the Duke. You can't say the staff had out the airplane little the little mini lightsabers trying to redirect traffic.
The staff was decked out like Steven Seagal in that one movie where he got assigned to be a traffic cop with the fancy white gloves, and he went. Right. And I was so caught up in the show that I just stepped right in the hallway Duke.
On hand, they did have traffic cop uniforms. On hand, they did not have a pooper scooper. So while Terry goes to the store to get a pooper scooper, Jimbo was doing sweet shakerboard moves to try and redirect people from the shit. And this guy had his head so far up his ass, he dived right in.
Yeah, it just so happened that it was right in front of some cardboard cutouts of The Rock. And I wanted to get a picture before heading home. But as I knelt down, I knelt right in the pile of dookie.
Yeah, in front of the little Rock cutout, that's a good place to drop a big poop.
Oh, man. I mean, that would make me very upset, too. But who do you have to blame but yourself?
I mean, it becomes unreal at that point. Like, you're having a bad time, the theater's gross and stinky, they're not cleaning up. You walk out and there's a whole turd you step in. It's just unbelievable at that point.
Yeah, at that point you give up on the day.
Who's shitting in the movie? I don't believe this. I've come to a point of disbelief. No one just poops in the hallway leaving the theater and the movie theaters.
I would certainly hope not.
Maybe the movie was really good, so they would left the door cracked open
so they could hear it
peeking around. Yeah, they were locked in. Any other? I'm stuck on that one detail. Was there any other strange details?
That's the biggest detail.
Yeah.
There's the detail of this person was apparently in that bathroom from start of the movie to the end.
Oh, that's right. The making strange noises. Well, how many times you got to bring your kid to the bathroom? You got to teach them some fucking discipline.
Yeah.
If they're going multiple trips.
Slow it down on the big orange soda there, Sonny boy.
The person making strange sounds in the bathroom was probably like, you again? They just...
You're coming into his space.
This is his domain. I want to know what the strange is. Was he shitting or was he masturbating, I guess is the real question.
Ooh, now there's a question.
Yeah, all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
I have a review. This one, I don't know. It's a review. It is from Amazon for the Healthier Comforts Organic Sour Cream Powder, USDA Certified Organic, Kosher, Non-GMO, Gluten-Free Seasonings, Snacks, mainly USA, 7 ounces.
Okay.
Yeah, this is healthier for you. I think you just mix it with water and you can have some sour cream here. I don't know why, but you might need that. Brenda Bell Shoot titles it convenient in a pinch, she writes. Amazon Vine customer, by the way. Free product here. I like the idea of this product to keep on hand for when you run out of dairy sour cream. I found it easy to mix and figure out how to make smaller quantity. Does it have the same consistency as dairy? No. Does it have the same taste? No. But I enjoyed the taste. It was a richer flavor. I liked that it was non-GMO, no antibiotics, etc. It was pricey for the amount you get, though. 4 stars.
So what's good about it again?
I don't, did it taste good? No. Was it as consistency as dairy? No. Was it filling? No. Was it good for you? No.
Is it affordable? No.
But she did like that you could have it when you run out of regular sour cream.
That's the one. The in a pinch, in case of emergency, break glass.
I guess I'm lucky. I'm a block away from a convenience store that features sour cream.
Uh-huh.
You can get some. So maybe I'm foolish. Maybe I'm mean for saying.
Just go out, get some, just DoorDash some.
Yeah, in an absolute pinch. I don't know. If you're the kind of person who's needs sour cream on the daily, you just got to keep a better eye on your sour cream, I feel like. You got to know, all right, tub number 2 is running out. Time to re-up my tubs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't you usually have one that's open and one that's you haven't cracked the seal on in the back of the fridge? If you're a true sour cream junkhead.
If you're a true creamer, you got to have that sour on deck, bro. You got no time for... Because... I don't know. As soon as I have to make the sour cream to me is like it's a base ingredient. You can't make it. It'd be like making sugar. Like,
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to grow a whole sour cream tree. So to add that extra step, it's just too much for me. This person is saying the same thing. Like this, having this on hand for emergency use seems nice in a pinch and is shelf-stable. So, I mean, if I'm in an apocalypse and I need some sour cream, this would be good.
Otherwise, what's the pinch? Like, you're 4 steps into making whatever you're making. Like, oh wait, I didn't check that recipe list. What do I do?
If you're having a baked potato party and you forgot the sour cream, why would you have this? It's like, it's just, how do you explain that? Yes, I forgot the sour cream. I would just be like,
don't worry,
I don't want
folks.
that lumpy stuff.
It
Just
doesn't
give it to me
taste like
without.
sour cream. It doesn't look like, smell like, it doesn't have the same consistency. Won't fill you. But hey,
But
this
it
dip.
is vaguely white, vaguely sour, and vaguely cream.
It's viscous. We can dip a chip in this stuff.
Yeah, it's funny because it's a bunch of Amazon customers saying the same thing. Like, I'm glad I got this for free. I'll have it when my other sour cream runs out.
That makes sense then.
I'll read this review quick too. This is from No Drama Mama Llama. Perfect for flavoring sauces and casseroles. I particularly like adding it to homemade cheese potatoes and baked mac and cheese. It balances well with the sharp cheddar. Having the powder means I can be sure I have some on hand. There it is. Since my husband will put sour cream on anything,
Oh
and we're
boy.
constantly out of the stuff. He hasn't discovered the powder, so it's safe from him so far. Also good on popcorn if you like a little tang. 5 stars.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's kind of a novel application. Sure.
What about on some French fries?
That'd be, you shake them up in the bag? Yeah.
I am a little uncomfortable with having like concentrated sour cream straight to the dome. Something about the powdered form makes it seem more potent.
Yeah, I'm more worried about her view of her husband as sort of like a competing culture from like an Age of Empires or a Civilization game, or he hasn't discovered this technology yet. But once he does, he's gonna go hard.
What if he needs it? What if it's like he starts fucking lacing his I don't even know. He makes chewing gum out of this shit or something.
Whoa.
Get this man a sour cream flavored vape. That would fix his.
You'd love it.
Do you have a review?
I do. I've got an IMDb review of The Grinch, the 2018 Benedict Cumberbatch CGI feature. I have not seen this one. The commercials or previews looked pretty rough.
It looked painfully average.
Yeah. I was like, I have no need for it. But I'm sure it pleases some people and disgusts other people. Let's hear what Baloo Vince has to say. It's pretty obvious from the title of his review, which is All of Hollywood is a Grinch.
Okay.
I certainly didn't expect to see what he says, though. He writes, they're still trying to subliminally sabotage Michael Jackson. In the beginning, he plays on Grinch's radio first, and Grinch throws something at the radio, stopping the song before other songs come on for him to throw at. You have to be worse than a Grinch. They've been at it too long. It's stupid to try to tell such a story while holding such a long grudge. 1 star.
That's crazy. Maybe he just. I haven't seen it either. I'm gonna go on a limb. Maybe he just was like, it was like his alarm clock went off.
That's my instinct too. Yeah, he's like, Grinch doesn't want to wake up in the morning, so when it pulls a Groundhog Day and it's playing Michael Jackson every morning or something, he's gonna throw something at it.
But I guess from the other angle, the idea that he's turning off because Michael Jackson is a pedophile and you don't want to listen to pedophile music. Even, let's say the jury's out on that. Let's say it could go either way on that. I can't fault the Grinch for not wanting to listen to pedophile music, even if it's pedophile. I'm on board for an anti-pedophile The Grinch, even if his laser is not 100% accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you're going to be totally anti-pedophile, a couple borderline cases, might get caught in the crossfire. And who cares? It's just the green guy from Whoville.
If you're going to be loud and proud anti-pedo, some people are going to catch a few strays, so the people know how anti-pedo you're. Like, I don't mess around with. He's a pedophile. No, I don't like him. You could be saying that all the time.
A couple people with mustaches that don't look so nice on them might not be invited to the party just as collateral damage, and that's a risk I'm willing to take to have an anti-pedophile Grinch in 2025. People gotta, the way he's talking to Cindy Lou Who, the people gotta know where his stance is.
That's very true. He's messing around with the tiny, tiny tot.
Yeah, a lot of people would think Guy, stinky, lives in the mountains, alone,
Grooming.
green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see, he doesn't want any of those grooming allegations when he's slinking around stealing from. He's in it for purely the love of the game.
Right, he's not stealing toys to like lure children to his big old hole in the rock. He just hates Christmas and happiness.
Exactly, extremely topical. Extremely topical. I just watched the first few episodes of whatever they've allowed us to watch at Netflix of Stranger Things.
Okay.
I kind of think it's stupid they released the package of them and not just the first. Do it week by week. Just do it weekly at this point. You can't have your cake and eat it to satisfy the week to weeks and the bingers. Release the first 2 episodes as a treat the first week, then go week to week. Don't dick me around like this. Anyway, Vecna is catching some pedophile accusations.
Oh man,
he's gathering up these kids in Hawkins. Putting them into some pods, hooking their mouths up to tubes that insert a fucking alien eggs in their mouths or something. And people are they're looking at each other. They're talking on the internet. They're like, "Is this evil psychic tentacle man a pedophile?"
He's a bit of a pervert, I think.
He might. His actions are leading me to believe that he could be a fucking pervert.
So when that Vecna song comes on the radio, you can bet I'm gonna check a boot ad and say, no more of that crap.
Exactly. Just on fucking principle, just to be cautious. You can never be too safe these days.
Sorry, when the Diddy song comes on, I gotta draw the line.
Look what happened to fucking Freddy Krueger. He used to be just a guy who was funny, who killed people. Then he was a fucking pedophile. Now we can't listen to his Freddy Krueger pops.
Man, yeah. If you feel like your favorite artist is being maligned by all this long-standing Hollywood grudge, maybe you need to look at yourself and your interests a little bit. Maybe you're taking it too seriously.
You just gotta. What happened to just taking jokes on the chin and moving on with your life? You tough guys who like Michael Jackson used to be able to take a fucking joke, is what I'm trying to say. People used to be a little more thick. The people accusing everyone of not being so thick-skinned are kind of thin-skinned. Mm-hmm. They can't take an anti-pedophile joke just because maybe the guy who had a bunch of kids sleep over with him in a bed, might not be a pedophile.
Oops, what?
I wasn't in the room. I can't say either way, but I'm fine with MJ catching a couple strays.
I'm guessing it's just because it sounds like an obnoxious song, again, when the Grinch is trying to have some solitude in the mountains.
Trying to fucking not think about... trying to make plans for stealing from children without catching any pedophile strays. Michael Jackson can't be on the radio during that sequence. It's tough out there for a green guy who lives in the mountains alone and is a social outcast. You know what? Okay, I gotta do it. I have a review.
Okay.
Well, before the break here, for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, year 2000. This is the Jim Carrey. when we brought the reviews, we talked about the Grinch, Jim Carrey Grinch recently. We weren't sure. Was it received well in its time? Was it controversial? Did it get a lot of negative press? We remembered it fondly, but we were the target audience at the time. Dog, I'm trying to read the Grinch review before break here. He hurt me. Be quiet. This is from IMDb. This is from Tofisi. They wrote it December 15th, 2004. So the controversy had sort of probably run its course by then, either way. Christmas Giggles, they title it. I have just read the lead comment for this film that is on the front page with the voting results. Why is it that some people cannot take a film for what it's supposed to be? This film is supposed to be lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek, family comedy. Things to make the kids laugh and things for the adults. That is exactly what the film does. I laughed my nuts off at this film. I thought Carrie put in a great performance, and the whole film, if watched on Christmas, really gives you a bit of festive cheer. So to all you film reviewers, stop trying to sound like a film student and knock every film because it is not The Taxi Driver or The Godfather, and take films for what they're supposed to be. Entertainment. 7 out of 10 stars.
I first want to say hello, binge listener. Moving on. Oh my goodness. What do I want to say about this one?
Well, I mean, his nuts are on the floor.
Gotta pick them up. Somebody's gonna slip on those things.
I gotta say, unfortunately, Tofisi plays their card. How the Grinch Stole Christmas has probably got a lot of jokes for people who think of who measure things in terms of their nuts and where they are in relation.
That is a good scale. Are the nuts attached? Right. Yes. Are they off? Oh, maybe.
Are they fucking spinning around, barely attached at the? Are they vibrating sensationally?
Maybe it's just because we've been talking about pedophilia a bit, but I feel like that's not the scale of measure he should use when he's talking about a movie he watched with his children. Like that's something he admits hushedly. Like, yeah, the kids loved it. It was great. My nuts came straight off.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Just flip the script. But maybe it's like bathing with your kids in Japan. For us, that's a little strange, but you know, culturally in the moment, his kids are totally, you know, not uncomfortable with dad's nuts just flying every which way when things are getting a little crazy.
That's true. Our conservative, small c American culture couldn't stand anything like that. I feel like I've talked about many times, but maybe still haven't brought a review for that like Swedish show where the guy just has like a super powered penis, like it's a children's show, and he's got the go-go gadget dick that it helicopters him around and he picks things up with it.
That's a lot like this guy's nuts. He uses them as a storage device. I'm so hungry I had to open up my nuts and pull out a piece of cake. See, the possibilities are endless when you just laugh at nards, people. This country lost something when we quit laughing at nuts.
It's so innocent.
I always think about like the terms for your private parts and like what context you use what terms. Like you're not going to go to your doctors and say, doctor, my nuts are just so sore right now. You'd say, doctor, I'm experiencing from time to time testicular pain randomly, right? Anyway, this person probably uses nuts and inappropriate times.
All the time.
Funny. We're gonna, it was 2004. That also changes.
True.
People were saying nuts a lot more. Nuts is just funny because they're, picture two little peanuts down there. And you can do that anytime you want and have yourself a little laugh. We're going to take a break. We're going to think and talk and discuss nuts and various things.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of this episode, and welcome to... Get it off, you... the muck. It's stuck to us. It's clinging because it's so cold out. It's that cold bog. That is the Craigslist misconnections. We got some unfinished business on Craigslist, and we're here to try and tie up some loose ends on the misconnections. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't listened to this podcast for like the last 10 episodes, because I'm sure we've had another one of these in the last 10 episodes.
Yeah. This is a fave.
It is. Yeah, and B, you, I guess, haven't spent a lot of time on the internet in like 2006, because this is pretty much half of what the internet was in 2006.
Bring me back, bro. I wish I knew what a mecca of culture and communication Craigslist was back in the day. Yeah, I mean, it still was a sort of festering, burning pit, but like it had a little more clout.
A little bit, yeah. People were like legitimately finding jobs and stuff like that here and there, or at least gigs.
I found a job on Craigslist. I actually, now you mention it, my overnight hotel gig.
There you go, man.
Was a Craigslist find. That's crazy.
We're gonna find some creepier stuff because Misconnections is just full of creepy people who don't know how to interact with other people. This one, oh man, I was reading this one. I was like, typical, well written, but and then it takes a turn, and boy, it is a hard turn that I guarantee you will not see coming. These are all Chicago-based, because I am Chicago-based. This one titled Boris Concert. Stunning girl who stood next to me at barricade, right in front of Wata. I don't know what that means. Tall and thin with beautiful long hair and heavy boots. I saw you get out of the car while we were still queuing outside and was taken away by you, even when the wind was blowing your hair wildly enough to completely obscure your face. You moved with a quiet confidence unlike anyone else, and I was shocked to see you manage to stand right next to me later. Seeing you get lost in the music was captivating. I had to fight between watching the performance and stealing not-so-subtle glimpses of you. But each glimpse I managed to catch made me wonder if you were aware of how effortlessly gorgeous you were. I noticed we were moving to the music in the exact same way at some points too, which made me feel a brief connection to you. I wish I could have said at least one thing to you, but the music was so loud and you seemed to not want to be bothered, and my social skills are shit. Sorry. I'm a loser lesbian, and you were just so beautiful that I can't get you out of my head even 2 days later. Cheers.
All right, I don't know if we're qualified to comment on it.
It's not a creepy guy. It's not a creepy guy.
It's not a creepy guy. It's a cool lesbian.
Cool lesbian who goes to concert shows.
Yeah, man. We'll do our best. Take all this with a grain of salt. You know, lesbians are playing by different rules out there. We're used to basketball. They're playing cricket and shit. I could not tell you thing one about these courting rituals. But I don't know. Go talk to them. They'll tell you if they indeed are there to be antisocial and listen to loud music, hopefully they'll be forward about that. If not in word, then in mannerism, you know. And I know it's hard to pick up on that stuff. It's scary when you're socially awkward, but you can do it, lesbian. I believe in you. You need to repopulate your people,
right,
so
right.
make sure these connections happen. I don't want my lesbian homies to be extinct.
Moving on to something that is much more straightforward. Hawks game, November 15th, Chicago. You were at the Hawks game with your husband, but we had the chance to talk about the game a bit. Not sure if I was reading your signals wrong, but if you happen to see this, hit me up with the section you were sitting in.
Unless she was jerking you off, quite literally, man. It's don't. I guess you know, a misconnection is a low stakes enough. Maybe he's just been thinking about this gal.
Yeah, take a flyer on it, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, you know she's married. Unless there was clear body language or, like, conversations that you caught clips of, in which case you probably would have said, it looked like you weren't enjoying his company. Then she's probably just, like, talking about the game and the players, and you're like, wow, we have so much in common. And she's like, yeah, we're both at a Hawks game to watch a Hawks game.
Yeah. It is giving the guy who's never like talked to a girl about sports before being like,
oh
whoa,
God.
like
a
totally.
girl can like sports too.
Yeah, just having a little like schoolyard crush. First girl he met that likes sports.
I understand when a girl talks about the things that you're into with like as much weird, geeky, or fun passion as you normally would. One of my first dates with my girlfriend, and we were talking about not only Greek mythology, but the classic Disney film Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I was like, is this happening? And another one where she was like talking about her improv show that she was willing to ditch to hang out with me more. And I was like, improv's the coolest thing ever, but you're going to whoa. Yeah, I understand that whoa feeling, but
the difference there is the key difference. You were consenting adults in a pre-discussed romantic situation.
Yeah, she did not bring her husband along with.
Oh boy.
Here's a nice palette changer. Chocolate trucker's riding partner. You used to love to assist me while I drive on our long rides. You also love hard chocolate that melts in your mouth and not in your hands.
Whoa.
Where are you?
Old people like flirting is scary to me sometimes. Keep the boomers and their flirtations off the keyboard, man. Something about that dissonance between someone's like written communication skills and speaking communication skills combined with their like horny flirting.
Yeah, man. It can be a
uncomfy.
whole lot real quick. Here's a true palate cleanser. Definitely old person change of pace.
Oh, yeah. I got this chocolate flavor in my mouth. Get it out.
Tommy and Danny Russell, sailors, long lost friends. I'm looking to reconnect a few old friends as they've been out of contact for 20 years. Their names are Tommy, Tom, and Danny, Dan Russell. They were brothers who would sail in the Halcyon over at Jackson Park back in the 80s and 90s. Both were Irish and ended up working at Chrysler in automation. I've tried everything I could to find contact info online, but couldn't find anything. I'm really hoping to reconnect them soon, so even just passing along a message would be okay as long as contact is established. I wish I had more info, but this is based off an old man trying his best to remember some sailing buddies.
I mean, this is wholesome. This is what misconnection should be. I hope they also put one out in the paper.
Yeah.
Put some stuff out on Facebook. Facebook seems like the new misconnections place, for better or for worse.
Unless you can get your granddaughter or something to put something on TikTok, and you're like that endearing that it gains traction.
Yeah, right. That is you see on like Instagram. My dog farted in 2007, and someone sprayed Febreze at me. I need to find them.
Yeah. I
stitched with a video of some guy with dual wielding Febreze and spraying her while she cries tears of joy.
I do appreciate that he's like, well, I called him Tommy and Danny back in the day, but maybe now they go by Tom and Dan.
Right. It might be more of a time. I see their evolution in my mind's eye into Daniel and Thomas.
All right. Rounding out. We got 2 more here. No, I forgot about this one. Rachel, who went to Columbia in the 90s. Hi. Period. Space return. Met you in the Herman Crown dorms in the 90s. You, red hair, from Kalamazoo. Nasal, with glasses. Period. Space return. Me, shameless clown. Period. Space return. Just wondering what happened with your life and if it's good. ... Return. Ha.
That's you got to read between the lines in that one. You know, what is unsaid is really what's going on. He told a really good joke in those line breaks. Believe me,
there's something in there, some inside joke with somebody who never thought about you again.
And how they also implied, how's your boobies looking right now?
As youthful and firm as you were back in the dorms. Just joking, though. All right.
The intense loneliness that sort of mats all these. It's heavy. It's a heavy burden to handle.
The echo of the void.
Exactly.
It will end with this last one. Dill Pickle Co-op, Silver-Haired Queen. I've never posted here before because I usually find it so cringe, but in the back of my mind, I've always wanted a reason to, so YOLO, that comma, is not in the right spot. If you end up reading this, that would be insane, in a great way. You were in line behind me tonight, November 23rd, around 7:30, 8 p.m., long silver hair with leggings on. I was in black, young man with headphones. I was caught off guard by our auras in the same vicinity. I rarely approach women in public, but this is one of those times I wish I had. You went right, I went left. If chance has it, let's meet in the middle. Cheers.
There was more about the wanting the experience of writing a misconnection than actually about the person. I'd be so fucking offended.
Yeah, if you're like that silver-haired queen. Excuse me?
Yeah, it's like fetishizing the moment instead of just saying you like them as a person.
Unless the silver-haired queen also noticed the auras bumping into each other.
Yeah, true. There is auras at work. Again, I am unqualified to speak on that sort of rule set.
Never taken a Reiki class or anything like that, but hey, that's a good line. Excuse me. But our auras are bumping up against each other right now.
I don't notice if you notice the sweet Venn diagram our auras made in the grocery store.
We're lining up. I feel like we should keep this thing going.
That's so true. I think that's a good metaphor for relationships. How does the Venn diagram look when your auras be clashing?
You want to have some overlap, but not total overlap.
That's true. You don't want to be, stop being a Venn diagram and just become a circle.
No, a darker circle.
Yeah, that's how you become a fucking annoying couple that no one invites to poker night or whatever couples do these days. Whatever rich people in the suburbs be doing, I don't know. Not having poker nights, probably. No, they should.
Some of them. Some
people. Other people are playing bocce ball.
All right. I got one more. It's quick. Rideshare, Villa Park. Olga, you were my driver, and we had a very good connection. I didn't know what to make of some of your questions and didn't want to get too ahead of myself, but I like you. I hope you had a good dinner, and at least you're thinking about what could have been if I was man enough. P.S. I thought about contacting customer service for a forgotten item, so maybe I could get in touch with you again.
Don't tell him that. Here are my other avenues.
I can track you down if I want to.
I could do any number of things to connect with you again, but I thought this was the most cool and casual and horny.
And that's what Misconnections is all about. Playing it cool.
The 3 C's.
Cool, casual, corny, and horny.
And chorny. Well, thanks for bringing us into the swamp. I'm going to get us right out with something not too comical here, but I think a good segment for before the holidays if you're looking for some gifts to give. Ben McQuicken sent us over a stack of comic reviews, including, as usual, Ben's classic. I feel like it's almost in Marvel comic books, probably in DC too. I just don't read those as much. When they have the editor's notes at the end, and they have like the letters from the segment would be like Jimmy's Fat Corner or something like that. This is Ben's 2 cents. So you get a little feedback from Ben. You get a little critic. These are unfortunately didn't send us any stinkers this week. Sent us just good stuff, but good for the holidays. I'll get right into it. His first recommendation, Starship Godzilla #1 here.
Okay.
Cover art looks very cool. Cool anime style. Got Mecha Godzilla. Got a cool lady with a cat and maybe a kaiju egg.
Okay.
Read this. Let me read this review by Richard Coriel from the Nerd Initiative. A little excerpt here. Starship #1 has a unique feel and really pushes the envelope of what we can see in the Kaisei era. I think that's just like the comic universe. Chris Gooch does an amazing job of bringing this unique story to life. The drama between the characters instantly endear them to you. Well, the thrill of the heist and then hide and seek with the baby kaiju holds your attention. But if it wasn't enough, Chris ends the issue with the final page that makes the reader second guess what exactly is going on. 10 out of 10.
What?
Only.
I just want to know what happens now. I guess that's a good review.
Yeah, I get they really get you. Here's a negative review from user Martin. I'm just going to read that for funsies. It's only 2 user reviews, but it's got a 5 user review rating. So read this book and weigh in. You could move the needle, people. You could either make Martin's opinion stronger or weaker. I'm honestly shocked and very confused by the positive comics from the critic reviews that are saying great things about Starship Godzilla #1. IDW keeps letting me down with these Godzilla, and Starship Godzilla is no different. It reads and looks like a low-tier self-published effort as opposed to an extremely popular licensed property from a major publisher. Outside the passable cover, nothing about this book seemed professional in the slightest. Honestly, it feels like they're cranking out these books to try and justify the licensing's cost. I do not recommend Godzilla #1.
Man, it sounds like he feels like somebody just called Godzilla a pedophile. He's like, yeah, why are they doing it?
Yeah, man. Someone threw a shoe at his Godzilla while he was listening to it. Here, I found a little that's page 6.
Whoa. That looks incredibly professional.
I could not draw that myself. The background, the foreground, there's even a mid-ground.
Like the style it's got sort of vintage feel, but it's not like ugly vintage. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's Starship Godzilla. Then we got DC's Zatannic Panic. Ben's 2 cents. Oh, wait. Ben's 2 cents on the first one. I'm remiss if I didn't. This one feels like Cowboy Bebop meets Alien. covered in beautiful Godzilla wrapping paper. Sounds good. You got our millennial brains going. This one's for, Zatannic Panic. Ben says, no tricks here, just treats. I bought this to enjoy more of Andrew McLean's work. Check out his book series Headlopper, and ended up enjoying every one of the haunted tales. He included review by Neil King. They're from KPB Comics. Man, there's so many comic critic jobs out there. We gotta get in on this. They write, Zatannic Panic #1 is a strong holiday offering. It does a great job of balancing darker, more serious horror and psychological drama in Zatanna, Batman, and Warlord, with fun, chaotic, supernatural action in Plastic Man, Urchagon, and a Swamp Thing, and meta humor with Ambush Bug. The sheer diversity of art and storytelling makes it feel like a genuine event comic, reminding the reader of the breadth of DC Universe's magical, monstrous, and wonderfully weird corners. 9.1.
That art style comment scratching my brain all cool.
Yeah, it looks like a classic read. And finally, we got The Boy Wonder, Ben's 2 cents. Sadly, this one got buried in my stack, and I'm finally getting through it, and I wish I read it sooner. The art and writing of Junie Ba is incredible. Can't beat an artist that also writes. Time to track down the 4 remaining issues. Ooh. Yeah, very interesting art style. Here, I won't leave you hanging on this one. You can go ooh and ah while I find the review.
Okay. I'm fascinated.
Looks like Robin getting in on some magic. Got Adam Ray from Dark Knight News. I will sing the praises of titles like this for the rest of time. Say The Boy Wonder #1 10 times fast. You can't. Brings us a rare DC Black Label title that can be enjoyed by anyone and gives us a sincere and accurate portrayal of one of the most interesting and dangerous members of the Bat family, old Damien. So yeah, a list of maybe some comic book options to get your comic book enjoying little buddy on the holidays. Matt, do you have a review?
Yes. This one kind of scares me, honestly. This is a review. I've got a couple of these, but it's short on time, so this is the only one we're going to get. For us, it might sound familiar. For listeners, it'll sound familiar in a few weeks. An Amazon review of the Libby's 100% pure pumpkin Thanksgiving and holiday desserts pumpkin pie filling bulk 6-pound 10-ounce can. Big old can of pumpkin. Julia Lynn Inga titles her review, I Need to Read Better, and writes, I thought I was getting 12 cans, but I love the brand and froze the sauce in portions that I mostly use in spaghetti to ward off heartburn. Put in scrambled eggs, in my dog and cat food to calm their tummy, or just give as a treat and occasionally to make pies. Occasionally to make pies. There is no real taste and quality is great. 5 stars.
I think she, the best application there is giving it to their pets, because it sounds like you're fucking making yourself some dog food with your little frozen concoction there.
I am baffled. I could maybe get behind putting it in your spaghetti sauce. But pumpkin puree in your scrambled eggs? What God's name are you doing?
Yeah, you have to close your eyes, too, when you plop it in that spaghetti sauce and mix it and pretend you don't feel the frozen texture while you're doing it.
I don't know. Maybe it offers some creaminess and some earthiness and some, I don't know, hopefully not too much sweetness, but a little something.
My dog literally eats this. My wife literally has little, shaped ice cube, Jello tins that she makes dog treats in by freezing, fucking pumpkin pie, pumpkin and stuff, and starches and stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of the reviews that I found mention that sort of stuff. But this really is on something else.
I need to dog food up my spaghetti, so I like to throw in a frozen chunk of pie mix. People go crazy when people put like carrots in their Italian food. At least they're not putting fucking frozen. What even is pumpkin pie filling? I don't even want to know.
It's like pumpkin puree.
Pumpkin, yeah.
Mostly.
Treat yourself a little better.
I don't know.
Mostly. Thanks for listening this week, wonderful listener. Welcome to the Real Ones Club. You made it to the end of the episode. Old real ones, come here. Bring it in. Give me a kiss.
Dap up.
New episodes every Tuesday. If you'd like to be a part of the show like Ben was this week, thank you, Ben. Send us some reviews to look at. Please send an email with a hyperlink, a screenshot, whatever you got to do, to reviewparty.com@gmail.com and include your name so you can show you credit. Ben includes itemized emails where it's he's got the screenshot, the link, his 2 cents, all organized. So, maybe it's not I don't feel too bad asking for the hyperlink anymore. It's not really above and beyond Ben's showing y'all up. Actually, everyone who sends in reviews is sends them in just fine and wonderfully. I take it all back. You're all great. Matt,
yes. Hey, we got social media accounts. @reviewparty.com is on Instagram and TikTok. @reviewpartypod is on Twitter/X. We're also on YouTube. We write reviews on Letterboxd. If you want to find more of our content or our personality leaching out into the greater internet sphere, those are the places to do that. Or you can go on reviewparty.com, where you can read the blog, where posts are written about reviews, where you can shop the shop to find stuff related to our show. You can tour around. You can find blue colors and links to our friends' stuff.
Friends like Nosebleeds. They let us use their song Bread for Breakfast throughout every episode. It's a little jam, as you've heard. You can find more great songs from them. I don't know, we're hating on Spotify lately, so every time we say that word, take it with a grain of salt. But you can find it on Spotify, YouTube. Nosebleeds, one word. Follow, subscribe, favorite wherever you listen. Review us on iTunes. Review us on Spotify. Recently, our Spotify numbers. Thank you, real ones. Our Spotify reviews are looking great, looking fantastic, but keep it up, my gamers. I can also recommend to a friend. That's a great, if you know someone who listens to funny podcasts, you can tell them about our funny podcast. I have a review to send us off. We were wonderfully wintry with all our reviews, very on theme this week. So let me get us out of there with the Amazon Chick water sprinkler for kids, backyard spinning turtle toy, summer splashing fun, sprays up to 8 feet high, attaches to garden hose.
Sick. I
was looking for the classic water wiggle from our childhood, which is just sort of a orb with rubber tubes attached. But this is the closest thing the kids got these days. From Anonymous, they title it Not the Best. They write, "My kids didn't like this. The strings fly all over." 2 stars.
As they should, yes.